Unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 along with the slim S Pen case. We'll be taking a look at both of these items right now. Now I did pre-order this and came in the other day. This is the retail version, so not a review unit or a pre-production unit or anything like that. This is the retail version. I got this from Samsung.com. Now I'll go ahead and place affiliate links in the description down below. And if you pre-order early enough, you should be able to get a pretty good deal on this phone with a trade-in, etc. So if you're interested, go ahead and check out the links down below in the description. All right, so here it is. Galaxy Z Fold 5. Now I did get the blue colorway. On this side of the box says Samsung, nothing on top, and on this side it does say Galaxy Z Fold 5. We don't really need a knife anymore. You can just rip that open. Very nice. So get rid of this. We'll take the lid off and we'll have a look at this device. And what do we have here? We have this. We'll put that away. I do dig the matte black cover that they put on. Very nice. We'll put that to the side just for now. And in this box, you don't get anything. Now, I guess this didn't really work because usually this Samsung likes to hide this. It's usually underneath the lid, but it fell right out, so didn't work, Samsung. Trying to hide this, usually trying to hide this from us, but not today. In that little box, you get your quick start guide and terms and conditions. We'll put that to the side. And then you get your USB C to C cable. I do kind of wish at this price point that they would still include a charging brick, but it is what it is. And then here we have your SIM ejection. We'll put that to the side, and that's all you get. Oh. Very nice. I am digging this. Now when the phone is wide open, you are greeted with a 7.6-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X 120Hz HDR10 Plus display, resolution of 2176 by 1812, and the PPI is around 370. I think it's 373 if I remember correctly. Somebody in the comments let me know. And let's take a look at the crease right now before I even turn this phone on. And I'd have to say, I'll put it in the light right here, that crease actually doesn't look too bad. Now, let me go ahead and compare it to the Samsung Galaxy Fold 4 and take a look. Don't mind the fingerprints. I'd say there's some improvement there. Now, once they find out a way to eliminate this crease when the phone is in its 100% flat state like this, like design it in such a way that this flattens out so that there is no visible crease. Now that would be amazing. I think that's still possible, maybe a few iterations away. Here you have your triple camera setup. You have a 50 megapixel main shooter, 10 megapixel and a 12 megapixel. And then what is this? We have another decal. Go ahead and take that out, put that to the side for now. We don't need that. And then in the front here, you have a 6.2-inch exterior display, resolution of 2316 by 904 with a 23 by 9 aspect ratio. Now this display is a little bit tall. This is also a 120Hz display. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just turn it on right now. All right, now on the bottom here, you have your speaker grill. You have a microphone, USB Type-C port on this side. On one slab, you have your SIM tray. On the other slab, you have your power button / fingerprint scanner, volume rocker, and this is some antenna stuff right there. Over here, you have your other speaker, and you have 3 microphones. So you have like 4 mics on this phone. Crazy. Here on the hinge is nothing except for some Samsung branding. The flash is within the camera hump on the Z Fold 4, and then on the Z Fold 5, they were able to put the flash on the phone itself, not on the hump. So effectively, the camera hump is a little bit smaller. So a little subtle improvement there. We'll go ahead and press start. And then for your review, let's see, what are the minimum requirements? So I'm just gonna do that. Easy setup with another device. I'm gonna go ahead and set this up manually. I wanna clean install, choose a Wi-Fi network. Went ahead and connected to my Wi-Fi. Preparing for mobile connection. Select your service provider. I'm gonna set this up later in settings. Copy apps and data. Again, I wanna clean install, so I'm gonna not copy anything. The Google sign-in, we'll skip this for now. I just want to get into the phone, skip, and then Google services. I'm gonna decline all of this. Accept. Now I do want to check out the fingerprint scanner of the phone. So we'll go ahead and choose that. So I'm gonna go ahead and place my thumb. Nice and fast. I love the green animation there. %, 92%, 96%, 100%. We're not gonna add another one. That's fine. Getting your phone ready. Now while it's doing that, let's go ahead and take a look at the under display camera. On a white display, does a good job of hiding that cutout. Now I'm gonna try to get in here. Now you can kind of see it right there. See that right there? See that? We'll test out the quality. Skip out on all of this. Yeah, I'll skip out on it for now. Samsung services, we'll take that out. Now choose your display preference. With a folding phone on a white background, it does a better job of hiding the crease. So if you take a look, that's how the crease will look like on a lighter background. But if you go dark mode, well, actually, you know what? I take that back. I don't think it really matters. I'm gonna go dark mode because I like dark mode. Next, taking care of your phone. Okay, now this is very important. Samsung does install a screen protector, which is a little bit softer than your normal Gorilla Glass. Now, it's also important not to remove that screen protector. This is basically just reminding you that this phone is a little bit more sensitive than your regular smartphone like S23, etc., or an iPhone. Make sure you go over this. Pause the video, screenshot this. Very important prompt here. Next. You're all set up. Finish. Phone is making noises, which is good. And we are in. Let's go ahead and take a look at this camera. Go ahead and press that. So this is the back camera that is showing right now, right? Take a look at my hand. However, if we switch over to the front facing, and there it is. See, it kind of disappears when you're not using it, right? And then it appears when you are using the camera. You can use the exterior display and use this as the viewfinder while still using the main cameras. So all you have to do is in the camera app, press that, and cover screen is on, and then there you go. So if you're taking a selfie, no more poor selfies. You can have arguably the highest quality smartphone selfie in the planet because now you're able to use your main cameras to take selfies. There's my hand. That's cool. Take a photo. Boom. They have removed the gap between the two slabs of the phone. You can see the table in my hand in between the two slabs of the device. Whereas in comparison to the Z Flip 5 or the Z Fold 5, there is no more gap. You cannot see my hand through the phone. Much cleaner design, so major props to Samsung for this. Now the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 is a productivity beast. You can multitask like no other with this phone. So if you want to open multiple apps at the same time, you can do so quite easily with this phone. All you have to do is take an app. Let's go ahead and open the app drawer and we'll take messages. Now you can take it from the app drawer, or you can take it if you have it on your dock on the bottom here. You can do it either or. Matter of fact, we'll just do it from the dock. We'll take messages and just drag it, right? Top or bottom, whatever you want, to the side, on the left side, right? We're gonna go ahead and choose the bottom here, and this is how you have your two apps. Now you see this little blue bar right there? If you tap that, this gives you different options of how you want your windows organized. You click this, and then this gives you kind of like a floating window. Now if you click the two arrows pointing at each other, now we have a floating icon. You can move this around anywhere on the display. You wanna get back into the Messages app, go ahead and do that. Sick, okay? You press the second one with the arrows pointing away from each other, like this will give you the full screen experience of that app. Now to get 3 apps, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Now I have the Messages here and Google Chrome. If you want the 3rd app, just drag it, put it down there. With this massive display here, watching content is gonna be amazing, right? So let's go ahead and fire up the YouTube. So watching YouTube videos here, I'm gonna make this full display, right? It's gonna be amazing. And so there it is, right? So if you consume a lot of media, you're gonna have a lot of fun with this device. We'll go ahead and check out the slim S Pen case. the official case from Samsung. Put that to the side. And then what do we get in the box? What's in here? Oh, well, that's cool. I was not expecting this. So you actually do get extra S Pen tips. So if you're a S Pen beast and your tips are wearing out, you can easily replace it. They provide you with a few here, and this right here is the tool to take your old one out. All right, now let's go ahead and install this on the device. So I think, right, you just kind of slap it on like that, and wow, I'd have to say, since this is an official Samsung case, you have your Samsung branding right there. I mean, look at the fitment with the cameras right here. I mean, look at that precision. That is very nice. Make sure that the cutouts match up. You got a big cutout here for the speaker and the microphone. And then here is the speaker and the microphone right there. So you just gotta make sure that matches up. We'll put it on. And here it is. Nice and easy installation. All right, on the bottom here you have your cutouts. Looks very nice. Okay. On the side here you have a big cutout for your buttons and your power button / fingerprint scanner. On top here you have your cutouts for the speakers and for the speaker and your 3 microphone, and then they leave the hinge wide open. So even with a case, if you drop your fold, hope that it doesn't drop here because this will scratch. Now let's go ahead and play with the S Pen real quick. Click on that again. So these are your different options that you can do with the S Pen. We'll go ahead and create a note real fast, and then here you can write whatever, right? You can draw. If you have the skill, you can make a piece of art here, right? And look at this. I don't know if you hear that. It's making noise as if you were writing on actual paper. That's very nice. Okay, you can change the color here. Now it's red. This is what is a little green. There you go. Sick. You can change your tip. This is more of a highlighter, as you can see. You can change this. I think this is an eraser, is it? Yup. So if you mess up, you can erase it. This is a different tip. We'll go back to the highlighter. Let's see, can you change the color of the highlight? Yes, you can. I mean, yeah, you can get real creative with this. Smart Select, so if you click that, you can choose to screenshot just a portion of the display. So you can choose a square. This is a freeform, a circle. You can make a GIF out of this, or GIF, however you want to say that. So we'll just go ahead and use the basic square. So if I choose this area, right, there's my selection. Click on the little down arrow there, and it's gonna save your little partial screenshot there. Isn't that neat? So if you hover your S Pen over, actually not hover, if you just grab an object in a picture, you can take it and then drag it over to your Notepad app and check that out. See? Ain't that cool? Right? And then you can take another picture and do the same thing. I'm just gonna take this whole thing right here. There you go, see? And you can take this and put it in here. See? That's pretty cool. Now, if you wanna layer stuff, that's a little bit more advanced. That I do not know how to do yet. You know, you can get creative with this. To put your S Pen back, you just slide it in. Boom, just slides right in. And I love how just the way they designed it, how it's pretty much flush with the case now. There's a little bit of a hump there, but it's not too bad. Unlike last year's, which I don't have with me, but last year's, the bump was crazy. But here, it's much more flush with the case, much more compact. Love that. Cool. So let me know in the comments below what you want me to do with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. Speed tests, durability tests, etc. versus its predecessor, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 from last year. iPhone 14 Pro Max, Samsung Galaxy S23 series, etc. Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Peace out.